This is the Enfield Himalayan that we used on the our trip, and that's the simple review how this bike worked in Himalayas. So yeah, let's go. This is the bike. It's not clean because, well, what for? I just want to talk about how it is to ride the Royal Enfields on Himalayas. And well, let's start with that. We've started on 16th of April in Delhi, 40 degrees. And then we've gone to the Ladakh, and that was like up to zero, down to zero, or down to -5 maybe. We've been running on a highway, typical highway. There was some like gravel, but also there was a super, let's say, off-road conditions that we didn't know they exist on the road. So it's not like very detailed review. It is about how this bike can work, if you can trust this bike. And first of all, I would say this bike is designed for India, because, well, it's nonsense really to try go faster than 100 kilometers per hour or 70 miles per hour. No, it's just not the bike. There's still one cylinder there only. Suspension, yeah, good. It's just if it's good or not. Yes, it works. It's fantastic. The rear suspension, also fantastic. No issues. I must say, this whole guards, that is must have, because you never know what could happen. Look at this skid plate. It's literally no skid plate. However, it works. I really like this really big brake pedal. It works. It's just there. You automatically know where it is. You can feel it even in the hard boots. However, opposite situation is with this gear shifter. I had to put this here because it was hurting my my toes. It's too small. And it's bad. It's bad design. The rubber should be like this piece of rubber that I put on. The seat is from this kind of bike. It's fantastic. So what are you doing? 200 miles, 300 miles? No problem at all. Yes, very good seat. And you can have a fantastic bike, but if your seat is uncomfortable, you're gonna feel it sooner or later. So this seat is fantastic. This thing, yeah, fancy, bouncy, new LED thing, works. It's very clear. Even direct sunlight, it's very clear. However, this thing here, to operate that, this thing is it's just nonsense. You have to be very gentle to change anything in the settings. Oh, you see, even if I touch it sometimes it works, but sometimes it's not. And now imagine if you want to, here's the trip. If I want to reset that, I need to find the trip reference, then the reset trip 1 or 2, and then confirm or something. There's also button cancellation. It's absolutely nonsense. This thing is, well, Royal Enfield, you can do it better. Starts every time. Like you're just touching the starter and it was fantastic. And this bike, I believe it has almost 40k kilometers done already. Works just fine. I had one issue with this. This is a clutch line, you see, and I believe you can see that in the story about it is somewhere here, YouTube link. The good thing is that some guy just gave us this new line from the random Royal Enfield, and it just worked, and I have to put it there. at night. Right, you can see in the video still. That was the only issue we had. The LED light, the headlight, very good, very good. Yeah, for this kind of bike, fantastic. You don't have to have extra lights or something attached. You can ride on this at night. It's not perfect, but it's very good. Brakes, yeah, I had few situations that I had to like stop in a place like now. I have to mention that you see this Moscow thing. So attached on the bike there was like about 30 kilograms on it, plus me, and I'm not 30 kilograms. Maybe I'm 3 times 30 kilograms. So would I buy this bike? Nah. Why? Because this bike is purely for Indian roads or off-road conditions. On the highways, it's a little bit too slow. Of course, it has low, let's say, power because it's just one cylinder, and there is not a lot of torque. But for the Indian light off-road riding, just to cruise around and stuff like that, yeah, it's good. But if you ever been ridden Tenere or Africa Twin or stuff like that, you wouldn't buy this. So this bike is somewhere between the bigger adventure bikes and something like CRF 300 Rally. I would like to have both the little bike and a big bike instead of this one. However, it's a very good bike. I wouldn't buy it because it's maybe too small. Overall, if I would give a score from 1 to 10, I would say solid 8. It's not perfect. And which bike is perfect? None of them. Other than that, I think this bike, I think we can call this thing a bike. It's not a pure adventurous bike, but it wants to be an adventure bike. Subscribe and like and all that shit. That's Christian. Christian got the same bike because there was 3 of us. You got 1 minute. Go.
Okay, me as a first-time adventure biker, because to be perfectly honest, I rode a couple of bikes in my life, but mostly cruisers, choppers, obviously some scooters and so on. My impression about this bike, as a person who completely newbie to off-roading, adventure driving, is absolutely perfect for that. For beginner, it's perfect. Besides what Mike said about the construction issues and the gearbox and so on, but it's very light and that's amazing. Give that bike better tires and that will save you. I did really, really sandy places. I did rocks, I did deep mud, I did streams, what I tried to do. And each time this motorbike did the job. The biggest issue is that you need to really fiddle with the gearbox, with the gears to downgrade, as the bike doesn't have the torque. On the lower part of the engine, he doesn't have the torque, and that's a real issue. Other than that, absolutely perfect for first time because it's light. It's very easy to maneuver. Traffic, no traffic, between paddles, absolutely no issue. So for first timer, I will highly recommend. Cheers.
This lovely bike is a probably 2022 or 2023 or 4 Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. What can I say? I've got a Royal Enfield as well. It's got a Continental 650, and I definitely feel that soul of the Royal Enfield in it. It's a 450. It does the job. It's not the most powerful thing in the world, but the thing is, and I've discovered that again and again and again over the 2 weeks riding it. It's definitely an Indian-made bike, made by the people of India, by an Indian company, made for Indian conditions. and it's really nice. It is. The brakes are absolutely adequate. The engine does the job. The tires, which is surprising, are quite all right for the conditions in the Himalayas. The seat is very comfy. The thing is that you've got quite a wide range of sitting abilities. You can sit very near here, attack. You can sit here, which is comfy. Standing position, very nice. Obviously, it would be nice to have some customization. That's up to you with the handles and stuff like that. The windshield is cosmetical. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Aftermarket crash bars, highly recommended. Highly recommended. Very nice coverage of the engine. I like it a lot. The space for your luggage is very generous, so you can put whatever system you've got. In this case, Moscow. Fair enough. The downsides, I do have a couple. So the front is quite heavy. So when you lean on the corners, the front will lean. But I found out that that's just a Royal Enfield thing. The display, I've tried to connect it with the app, and doesn't do much. So yeah, Royal Enfield, if you could please do something about it. If you really want to go digital, go full. Don't go like just a tip. Go full in. I'm missing the torque on the low RPM, but that's a 450, so you have to deal with it. Would I recommend it? Yes. Would I buy it? Probably yes. I'm not sure. Maybe. Don't know. As a cherry on top, it sounds like this.